Welcome back to Teaching Orchestra. We're here in the teaching lab, and today we're going to set up some accountability for the left hand. A lot of players, when they shift, they start collapsing the fingers, and what we're trying to do with this exercise is to create an exercise that, to be successful, you have to keep a good left hand shape. These students will not be able to do this exercise successfully unless they build up those tabletops and create a good left hand shape. So this is how it's going to work. We're going to be on the D string, and we're going to shift into third position. So it's going to be first finger G for everybody. Now, another challenge with teaching an orchestra, having all these sections, is that, you know, when you start trying to do shifting exercises, it's hard to do something that's homogeneous, right? And because what's second finger for violins is going to be different than what the cellos are playing. But this exercise is going to kind of solve that issue, because we're not actually going to be bowing on the D string. We're going to be bowing on the A string. So what happens is we play first finger G in third position. Then for you guys, it's going to be first finger A, but for you guys, A flat, right, for second finger. Third finger B flat, and for third finger for you, it's going to be A. And then fourth finger C for you guys, and then fourth finger B flat for you guys. So yeah, different notes. If we would do this bowed, it would sound crazy having these people play all those things together. But what we're going to do is bow on the A string. Now they have to, since they're bowing on the higher string, they have to create that tunnel that goes through the left hand, or else they're going to rub up against the A string and create whistle tones and false harmonics and all this other kind of stuff. So it's just a way to create accountability. So let's set our first finger on D. We're just going to play quarter notes. We're going to go first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, third finger, second finger, first finger, and an 8-note pattern. Ready? I should have been more clear. We're doing quarter notes, okay? So it's going to be G, A flat, B, or A, B flat, and then back down, okay? All right, let's try that again. Okay, so for this, the student should be able to hear whether or not they're getting an A. If they're not getting an A and their fingers are collapsing, Ethan, if you wouldn't mind doing the exercise incorrectly, so what they might hear if the fingers collapse. So yeah, it's gonna sound kind of crazy. You're gonna start to hear a lot of scratchy stuff if they do it incorrectly. So that's going to be fine. So if we decide to do this as a peer-to-peer coaching exercise, what are the coaches going to look for? Well, what I like to have the coaches look for is our wrist position and thumb position, just to make sure that all that's set up right and we're not doing kind of funky stuff with the other hand to get the left hand shape. The left hand shape is occurring naturally, okay? So let's have the outside players play and the inside players observe, and I want you to watch the thumbs and the wrist and make sure that the hand shape looks good. Ready? All right, let's try it again. Let's make some adjustments and try to improve our technique just a little bit. Ready? All right. Let's give them your final comments and try to point out something positive that they're doing. All right, let's flip it around. Inside players, same thing. Outside players, watch for their wrists and their left-hand shape. If you need to move around, if you need to do some detective work, move around to where you can see their left wrist and thumb clearly. 2, ready,
straight, but because you placed on the pinky, your third finger collapsed. Okay, that makes sense. So like it was like,
All right, let's try it one last time. Try to improve one thing. Do it a little bit better. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go.
Things like you're doing this, you're lifting up the second finger, and sometimes the second finger will hit the A string. So it's not that your fingers are flat, but it was you lift your finger.
All right, nice job, guys. So that's a simple way that you can develop accountability with your orchestra, and it works having all different types of instruments. It's not exclusive to just the violins or just the cellos or just the basses. Everybody can do it. Now, we don't have any bass players today, but bass players, they don't really start using their third finger typically until thumb position. And so for them, you could just have them repeat a finger. You could go 1, 2, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, whatever you would like them to do, or just do a pattern on their own. And that way they can be involved with the group and not have to worry about that pesky third finger getting in the way. Also with the basses, on the D string, they're going to be bowing on the G string instead, because their A string is going to be below, and the tunneling exercise won't work if they're not tunneling on the other string. So you might have that the G to A difference in bowing, but it won't matter that much. Anyway, we'll see you next time.